My name is Kelly Green Baker, and I am a Jamberry consultant. And I have been since February of 2014, and pretty much since day one, back in February 2014, I have been a nail art studio junkie. The Nail Art Studio is a feature on the Jamberry website that allows anyone to go in and create their own custom nail wraps to be printed and worn. That's awesome. So right now, Jamberry is in several markets internationally, and we just continue to keep adding more, which means that this feature of being able to custom design and create and now publicly sell your custom designs is just going to keep growing and keep getting better. So what I wanted to do is do a couple of little breakdown videos. I'm going to break it down and show how everybody can step-by-step get acquainted with the Nail Art Studio Marketplace so that you can get your artsy-fartsy on and then eventually your custom digits on. So this particular video is going to be about setting up your designer page. In order for consultants and non-consultants to sell their custom nail art, did you catch that? Non-consultants selling their custom nail wraps. Yeah, that's now a feature of the Nail Art Studio Marketplace as well. You do not have to be a Jamberry consultant in order to create your designs, and you don't have to be a consultant in order to sell your custom nail wrap design. So if you have questions on that, please feel free to message me or contact your personal consultant if you have one. If you don't have one, message me and I will help you set it up. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. I squirrel. You guys are going to need figure this out. I squirrel so easily. But anyway, in order to be able to make your designs that you've created public so that they can be purchased online, you have to have a page, a designer page, so that people can shop you. So I'm going to show you really quick how to set up your own designer page. Give me just a minute to flip you over. Okay, so what you should be looking at now is my shop. I have gone to my page, kellybaker.jamberry.com. If you have your own consultant page, you would go to your own consultant page. If you do not have a Jamberry account and you are a non-consultant, then you would go to jamberry.com and just set up an account for yourself. And I'm going to log in. I already have my credentials set up. And since I've already done this, I am going to show you what it looks like. Because my information is already filled in, just know that when you're setting it up, it will look blank. Now, here we are on our main Jamberry page. I've logged into the account that I have created. And you're going to see that there are multiple options to access the Nail Art Studio. They do give different results. So if you were to go down here on this, the banner in the middle of the page, this is going to give you a behind-the-scenes access to your design, which is great, but this is not how anybody else to the general public is going to be able to view your designs. So because I'm logged into my account, if I click Nail Art Studio in this particular location, it's going to give me the viewpoint of my library of Nail Art Studio designs. That's not what we want. I'm going to go back to the main page just so that I can start from scratch to show everybody. Oops. Clicking Jamberry would help. Okay, so you're going to want to click this Nail Art Studio link up toward the very top. This is the portal that's going to take you, now that you've signed in, to what Jamberry calls the dashboard. We are in the new Nail Art Studio, and this is what the viewpoint is going to look like. If you have never created designs before, you're not going to have any recent activity to show, but since I have already been active in the Nail Art Studio, this is just going to show what I've most recently been working on. If you scroll down a little bit further, you're going to see an area called Designer Profile. And this is the most important part because you can't even begin designing until you've set up your own designer profile. Underneath that is going to be an earnings summary. And eventually what this will do is it will show a report of the designs that you have sold, the name of the designs that have sold, and the earnings that you have made for those sales. So let's get back to the most important part. When you are setting up your designer page, whether you have already played around in the nail art studio or you are a newcomer, you have to set up a designer profile first before you can even begin designing. So I already have mine set up, but to show you, you would click Edit Profile. The page that it takes you to is going to be blank for the most part. You're going to need to add in a few bits of information. First, you're going to need to make sure that your name is displayed. Mine, Kelly Green Baker, is right up at top. And then you're going to have to create a designer URL key. Basically what this is you are giving your designer shop a name. I'm known as the NAS Nerd, so naturally the name of my store is called the NAS Nerd. And what happens is once you type in your shop name, whatever you decide to name it, it is going to create a URL key, which you are then able to share with others so that they can come shop your designer shop. If it is a name that is already taken, it won't allow you to use it. If you type in a name that is original, it'll give you a little check mark and you're good to go. You want to make sure that you show people who you are so they know who they're connecting with. So you want to pop in a profile pic. It gives you the design dimensions that are needed for that photo. And then they also do the same thing for the cover photo. The cover photo is what is going to stretch across the back of your designer profile. And they also give you dimensions for that as well. This is super important because the purpose that we're setting this designer shop up for is so that others can connect and purchase our custom nail wraps as well. So we need to have a Jamberry Pay account. If you are already a consultant with Jamberry, you should have one set up. This is how commissions are paid out to Jamberry consultants. And if you are a non-consultant with Jamberry and you are looking at putting your designs up to the public for purchase, you're going to need to create a Jamberry Pay account as well. I'm not able to walk you through those steps because I already have an account set up, but it is very self-explanatory. This is how you are going to receive your royalties for the sale of any of the custom designs that you sell. And then underneath that is a bio. That's what this little jobby is up here. It's a limited amount of characters, so you can't get too crazy. That's hard for me, because I'm sure if you can't tell already, I have no problem using words, but you just want to give a quick description of yourself and then make sure that whatever picture you put in the background doesn't take away from the words that are up there. It looks like from this point of view that my words overlap, but I will show you in just a moment what the profile looks like when it is live to the public. And it is situated in a way that doesn't cause my words to overlap. But anyway, so say I have filled out the name of my store, I've added the pictures, I've enrolled in Jamberry Pay so I can get paid, and I've completed my bio. I'm going to click Save and Continue. And then in order for me to be able to see what my designer profile will look like to everyone else in the nail art universe, I want to do a viewpoint of my page live to the general public. So this is what my page is going to look like to anybody that comes and visits my designer studio. If you want to be able to share this designer page with people, you would just copy and paste the URL up at top and share it with them. And then this is exactly what it would look like to them. Well, it would have your information, obviously, not mine. I know. Sometimes I'm so literal. Anyway, you're going to see if you have designs already public to the published to your page, then they're going to pop up here. No designs that you are in the process of working on, no designs that have been denied, and no designs that are considered fan-inspired will ever show up in the public nail designer marketplace. The only designs that will show up here are ones that have been approved for public publishing. Say that 5 times fast. Once they're up here, then they're going to be able to see all of the designs you have available. And if they clicked it, they're going to be able to see a slightly larger version of that one thumbnail. They're also going to be able to toggle over to see what a full screen viewpoint of that nail sheet would look like. And then they're also going to get to see any description that you've given your design and any potential tags. And this one right here is super important. That is the number. If you take the numbers after the letters NAS, that is the tag that you're going to want to make sure you provide to people so that they're able to find your design number. So Those are the basics on how to set up your designer page in the new NAS Marketplace by Jamberry. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below, and I will pop up a few more videos along the way to give more details on how to create designs from scratch, as well as edit designs that you have already submitted for approval. Have fun designing, guys.